Welcome to Digital Marketing News for Tuesday, May 24th. I'm your host, Jay Osterholm. The New York Times social media strategy boils down to, quote unquote, don't be stupid. Liz Huron, the social media editor at the New York Times, is refreshingly honest about her paper's policy towards Twitter and Facebook, or lack thereof, as the case may be. Quote, we really don't have any social media guidelines, Huron says. We basically just tell people to use common sense and to don't be stupid. This is very obvious. While last year, she and two other social media editors encouraged journalists to use social media like a distribution channel, this year, they want the writers and reporters to interact with people. The three goals of social media platforms are: 1, to increase user engagement and news gathering; 2, amplify the journalist's voice for those who are doing social media really well; and 3, to add a social media component to high-impact stories coming out of the newsroom. The Times is encouraging its staffers to reach out, but they don't want to have too heavy a hand. We don't want to scare people into being afraid to use social media to its fullest potential, Huron says. We really want to trust them to do it well. And in our second story, focused on product marketing, Pepsi one-ups Coca-Cola with new compostable cups. PepsiCo fired the latest shot in the ongoing green cola wars with rival Coca-Cola. The company is offering 5 types of eco-friendly, recyclable, compostable cups to food service customers in the United States. It's the latest in an encouraging game of one-upsmanship being played by Pepsi and Coca-Cola, which recently introduced recyclable display racks. And before that, both companies introduced plastic bottles. The Pepsi branded cups communicate the environmental benefit with printed images like, quote, wow, our cups are fully recyclable. The cups also encourage consumers to visit earth911.com for information on how to properly dispose of materials in their local communities. Pepsi says, quote, the new cups are an advancement in technology, but also represent a significant advancement in the way we communicate. Advocacy group Earth911 is pleased to see PepsiCo take a leadership role in providing consumers with accessible and actionable recycling information. The advocacy group says, quote, it's no longer enough to tell people how to simply recycle, you need to show them how and where. Pepsi says it introduced the green cups in response to growing demand for eco-friendly packaging, particularly among college and university students. The BeveragePulse.com study from last year shows that 94% of consumers are concerned about the environmental effects of beverage packaging. And in digital stocks today, all analysts are pointing to the obvious financial impact of the economy on market trades and valuations. Yet a few companies seemingly are able to defy market predictions. In recent days, we have seen a relatively flat S&P, yet investors are betting big on IPOs like LinkedIn. Trading and prices track way above the S&P for firms like Netflix. And this is really remarkable, given that Netflix has been seen as a poster child for overvalued momentum. Here's a 3-month chart of Netflix versus the S&P 500, and as you can see, the S&P is barely up, while Netflix is up substantially. Part of Netflix's success has come from technology boosts that make video streaming both seamless and relatively inexpensive, much to the demise of Blockbuster's retail market, as well as massive declines in DVD sales over the last 2 years. Please check back tomorrow for an all-new episode of Digital Marketing News.